I particularly enjoyed the end bit before lunch with Boris, and I felt bubbling over with happiness, which was right through my body. And I know now that despite everything I've been through in the last few weeks, I will continue to climb in my confidence level. And I want to share this with people that I see here at Sandville during the week. It's something special. And this morning I didn't want to come because I've had such a bad day yesterday, and I wanted to run and hide because I don't know which way to turn with this headache, problems with the head. And now I'm sitting here, we've had a lovely lunch, we've had lovely company. I'm looking out into beautiful sunshine, and I'm just sort of quietly just thanking God, thanking some supreme being that I have come through. I have come through. And that's what I realized in that last session with Boris before lunch. And I could have gone on and on and on. And for that I thank you very much from deep down.
There's one person that you forgot to thank, the one whose arms and legs got her here.
All of you.
No, but the one person.
Myself. Yes, I know. It's been a long journey. The last 6 weeks has been, I don't know, it seemed endless. So today, I think I start the new year. New phase. And I'm very grateful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jenny. Unaccustomed as one is to speaking in public.
I'm just saying, I'm just starting to, my emotions are just starting to get better, and I'm feeling different things. When I come to Sandville, I'm so confident in myself. When I'm helping people, I just feel so different to myself. That's all I can explain it, really.
And with the form, have you noticed any difference in how that's helping you to?
Oh yes, more confident. Definitely more confident in myself. Yeah.
In the way you move and that you are?
Every day, especially here. I'm more confident here than I have at home at the minute. Hopefully that will come as well. So I can expand. This makes a difference. I've never done anything like this before.
It's been surprising.
Yes, it has. Very surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Just enjoying it.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. How about Mr. Boris?
I feel a profound gratitude to be here and discovering this amazing place with such an openness and readiness to learn. And I can feel this reflection in myself, this readiness to teach in further, very far from where I live, and this readiness to expand. And in communion, and that's this communing and the form like sediment, something that infusing this communion really inspires me. inspires me to go even deeper and allow myself to be what I know I am.
That's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you all for calling me.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to share, Jackie?
I just, since we've been doing it, noticed a difference. There's definitely a difference. There's a difference in myself. A difference inside myself. Definitely inside myself. I want to get further and further. I want to find more and more, but I'm in no hurry because it will come. It may not come.
Well, it is coming, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is coming.
Quite quickly.
But we must learn to accept as well. That it's not going to. There's no fast fix, is there? And that's what a lot of people want. A lot of people coming down to Sandville not knowing why they're coming to start with. But the aura of the place is enough. And by learning new techniques, new forms of relaxation and giving, it enhances the place more. I think there are very few people who don't feel better going out to Sandville than they do when they come in. Very few people. It is a fantastic place, and the more people that we can get to do form, I think it'll be beneficial to this place, because at the moment we're just doing it one day a week, and it would be nice if we could offer the therapies. And I feel I want to be able to come down here and do, because I know, well, I'm not being selfish, I get out more than I'm giving at the moment, I think, anyway. Definitely.
And we need to spread it to other days, because as you saw on Tuesday, I tend to get rather embroiled in the running of the, helping with something or other. And I can't try to actually practice the form on a Tuesday, and it's not working. It's not right.
We're very fortunate that we've had people that have been willing to come a fair distance, some even further.
But Denise said she gave it on Wednesday in the last week, and it's been really amazing to hear.
Yeah.
It's again like it's timing.
Yes,
it's happening, and it is emerging, and some weeks it's more than others. And I think it's trusting that this is perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Jack?
It is.
It's perfect. Absolutely. You thought you were saved. Well, now you've been found.
I have nothing to say really, except that it's wonderful to be with a group of people like you and feeling that safety and that opportunity to show parts of yourself that normally you would hide away, and to feel enough trust to be able to let that out. See that just visiting that part of yourself also that you haven't seen for a long time, getting back in touch with those parts of yourself that have always existed but you've buried through the years.
You finding that through the movements really helping to just access that quite naturally.
I really enjoyed giving the form today.
Yeah.
And I'm, like I said before, I've always had this thing that I never see anything through. I learn all these new different things, and I never practice them. But I suppose they must go in somewhere, and they mustn't. Because I look after people, that's part of my work, so I do feel that, I can be quite compassionate in my work, which is, and I don't get so riled up anymore. I'm much calmer. Take, whatever happens, it's one step at a time. And the only moment that's important is now, this moment in time. And if I could live every day of my life like that, it would be wonderful, because you're not missing out, because you're there. Your head's not there and yesterday and tomorrow. Yeah. I just went outside with my cigarette, which I thoroughly enjoyed and smoked with passion. And I was out there thinking, this is so gorgeous outside. But it's gorgeous outside, and I'm a very outdoors person. I can't stand being cooped up. But I was outside and feeling that freedom and the breeze of the wind, and a beautiful day, and saying, I'm so lucky. So lucky. And then opening the door, coming back in here, it felt like you're coming back into the room, that sort of warmth and that, safety.
That's a lovely way of describing Sandville.
Your awareness is coming from the inside.
Who knows?
Well, who knows?
That was my note. I'm really in touch with myself on that. I don't think so.
No, it's like everything Boris said and we've all said, is with the form. It's now kept moving. It's just allowing it more and more as this is the norm. This is how it is. As you say, being in the now. This is how it is, and it's good. And it's really good, and that's what just keeps connecting with the good rather than what we might be convinced is real. This is actually more real, tangible. It is in your own direct experience, and that's what I love about it. It's not something you have to do. It's something you are. And every time you just come to it, it deepens. And it's just like, it's not something you have to feel into. It's something that's already there, just waiting. It's like Sandville, it's already here. It's just waiting for you to walk through the door and embraces you every time you walk through that door. So it's a perfect fit. And that's what I think, that's what I get from Sandville. It's like, it doesn't matter what's going on in mind or emotion, in the will, when you walk through that door, it's here. It's the same with the form. Wherever you are, just that immediate. And then I can begin to move from that space and learn how to bring in your own internal Sandville. Pack your own Sandville in your bag. Smile, smile, smile.
Definitely.
I did the form on my partner one day, who's really not into, well, he could secretly be, but
he's a closet.
He's a big sort of grumpy looking type of anyway, he actually sat down. I said, I've got to practice this. I've only done it once, but I noticed the energy in the room changed, and the way that we related to each other changed. And to me, I thought, well, oh, that's exactly what is needed here. Because, you know, sometimes you can get stuck in your little ruts and relate to each other, you know, in ways that can be quite destructive sometimes, and you get quite unconscious about the way you relate to people around you, or, you know, your partners or whatever. But when you go into that space and then it's different somehow. It softens everything. It's, you know, and you're not sort of, it's not coming from there, it's coming more from there, and you can relate to people on a more of a heart level as opposed to a mind level, and what, you know, these nonsense shoulds and shouldn'ts which need to go out the window, and right and wrong goodbye, and just be and appreciate that person for what they are, and they're perfect the way they are, and so are you. So and it's nice to experience that.
And I love that, how you actually tied the two up. They're perfect, so am I. Often everybody sees the perfect in another, but you brought it back to where it all originates, the perfectness, and it seems almost immaterial to the mind. Of, oh yeah, I believe that. But you watch how much of life is spent discounting that one. That one where it all begins. It's just so easy just to bypass because it's here. It's here, oh yeah, it does the job.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely the one doing the job. And it's like, wow, this is the one doing the job. It does a pretty good job. It's got me here to 42 without killing myself. Thank goodness for that. Because now I can get into it and give it a really good go. So I loved how you brought those two together.
I spent most of my life not thinking that at all, thinking that I was the most imperfect, beat myself, hate myself, I'm nothing.
I know that feeling.
I
know that feeling.
I think everybody knows that feeling. But that's the beauty of it. Is even though that has been the experience, and that is something that everybody experiences, what I'm loving hearing is that in the practice, that's bringing a different slant to that one. Just even the confidence, as you're saying, that's coming through. And that's the recognition of the perfectness in relationship to another, especially intimate relationship, because that's also one of the harder ones to keep really current and alive and not fall into the rut, as you put it.
I've got a long way to go on that.
Haven't we all?
There's one other thing that I must say, I can't believe, well, you know, this is happening. I would never normally sit in front of people and express myself, because I wouldn't have the confidence to do so. It would all go around in my head, but it wouldn't come out of my mouth. And also I would have a reaction. I'd be going red here, and I'd be, you know, shaking and feeling sick and going, why did I say that? Now I'm just allowing myself to say whatever comes out of my mouth. Okay, who cares? You know, whatever comes out, comes out. But I'm quite surprised that I'm able to do that now.
And without awareness, because everybody else was aware, but I've been recording all this as well, so I'm just letting you know that at the moment. I've just recorded it so that Lisa can listen to it, and Bernie also. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, I'd always scrub it.
No, I'm really not bothered. We're talking.
And they said there's a total lack of. It's like, there's no, oh my God, you're not, are you?
No, I just saw that, but I'm letting. That's the sort of thing I wanted to see how far it goes, because also seeing that even further. Would you, once upon a time, would I have allowed myself even to not just come out?
I wouldn't have been able to cope at one point. Had you said, I'm recording this, I would have gone in an automatic. Oh right, I've got to appear to be so and so, and I must talk sense so that people.
But what's now?
You talk sense anyway.
And what's your experience right now?
Now I just feel relaxed about myself as a human being. I'm accepting whatever comes out, you know, whatever I say. I'm not I don't have that fear about what people think of me. I'm not being judgmental about myself like I normally am. That's one of the big things for me. I've always been a very judgmental person, and it's hurt me a lot, because although I might have at times directed it at other people, it really is about my own self.
Yeah.
And I know that. And I find that I'm not doing that half as much. If it comes in, I'm very aware of it, and I'll say, oh, okay, but I'm not beating myself up about it anymore. I'm allowing it and saying, okay, give a stroke, being kinder to myself. And maybe loving myself. No!
I know that's getting a bit much, very radical.
That's radical.
That's radical. But I'm actually seeing that actually happening. That you are loving yourself and you're living love in, and that everything you've just described is what that is, letting love in.
And I think it's a key note as well to start liking yourself, because then it's easier for you to like other people. But I think a lot of that, the barriers between ourselves and other people, are born of the way we perceive ourselves. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've always felt.
And what's happening now is you're beginning to. What are you starting to feel?
Well, I'm beginning to drop the barriers. In the past, certain barriers have taken years and years. I haven't so much dropped the barriers as let the odd one inside the gate,
Yeah.
And now it's just like, well, why have I got barriers up anyway?
That's really beautiful to see that. It's just a question of why do I do that?
They're coming down to a height where people can climb over them now if they want to. And hopefully they'll be on the floor before long, and then people can just walk.
Jump all over you.
Like the dog. Yeah.
But, lovely. Was it cute all over?
I haven't actually experienced the barrier actually with using it.
Oh, you see? Some people, yeah. Some people I just do have an ease with, and then other people will kind of come at me like I'm a kind of a person I can hug certain people, but then other people, if they see me hugging you, they will think, oh, that's okay, Zena likes to hug, and they'll rush it, and I go, whoa, hang on a minute. No, I don't know you. I don't care if you are in Sandville, I don't hug you, because I don't feel that relaxed feeling between myself and everybody. But I'm finding it much easier now to hug people, even if they're total strangers, because even though I might feel, well, hang on a minute, they may need the hug, and it makes all the difference, I think.
I'm into hugs.
Yes.
I mean, it's also that thing about them and us, that separateness, the way that you see yourself as being separate from other people, and then you don't have that anymore. Then you all are one, and it's okay. It's all right to sit there and be yourself, because we are all equal. We're all coming from the same place.
We are that. We are that which we have been seeking, and that's when it starts arriving. It comes in great whooshes. As you said, it's like today, just one instant of just the touch, that space. And you knew exactly where it touched, didn't you? Just that heart. And those.
On a lovely note, I just said, I saw this couple that having terrible trouble with one another, and I went round there and I mentioned the fact that after the session I walked past and I saw you and Lisa cuddling and being so affectionate towards each other, and I was just describing how I felt about that to this couple and saying how lovely it was, and actually taking that on board myself and being more like that in my own life, and demonstrating that lovingness towards someone and being more demonstrative.
Thank you.
And they were actually listening to me. and I was going out with the wife, and he came over and gave her a hug and a kiss, and she was like, lovely was that?
Yeah.
And that's only because I mentioned what I saw, and I was feeling it while I was explaining it, and feeling that, that sense of, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that so lovely? People can be loving towards one another and show that in such a gentle, loving way. It's touched me.
That's the transmission of being to being. That's your transmission. That's just sharing your heart, and instantly heart recognized heart. And change the situation, because but it wasn't just the thing. It was like as you said, you weren't just speaking it, you were feeling it, and you expressed it, and then you saw what takes place. It's really nice. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, but it sticks in my mind that all the time.
Yeah.
It's something really imprinted there.
Good.
No, it's fantastic.
No, and that is good, because there's lots of other things we allow to be imprinted in our minds, and now we're allowing a real imprint of something that's new, good. Keep watching for new. The channel's changing. This is the new news, not the old one.